because I'd love to have something on the line. And I guess the next order of business for us is to get this thing set up so I can actually observe some of this behavior. Do you, by any chance, have another monitor, keyboard, and mouse? Because I didn't think to bring those.
Kitchen. Yeah, you can just stay here.
We're going to the kitchen. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, this is a bad sign.
What happened?
You hear that? There's some stuff rolling around in here. Okay.
What happened?
There's things rolling around in here.
Yeah. I'll be starting with the installation.
So what in here is video safe and not video safe in terms of rooms?
It's all video safe. I streamed this whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure. I don't wanna.
You can stay over there and I can just put everything over there.
What's that?
It's so much simpler if you stay over there and I bring everything over there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry. I didn't want to.
So we'll hang in the stream room. Sure.
Yeah. And,
I can just set up like a little coffee table or something there, like.
Yeah, but if you don't know something, you just tell me.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Never mind. We're gonna set up in here. All right, guys. How y'all doing? There's Plinks in chat. No, we're not going to the kitchen cam. He's gonna bring the monitor and keyboard and mouse in here. I'm gonna fire it up, and then something really funny is gonna happen. I'm gonna use my Magic Tech Tips fingers, and I'm just gonna go to turn it on, and it's just gonna turn on and work perfectly, and then I'm gonna have come down here for nothing. It happens actually a lot more than you'd think. Anthony, one of my guys, had a whole video set up on Friday where he had this whole script written up for why the thing didn't work and like all the troubleshooting he went through. And then on set, he scripted in that I'm supposed to press the button and then it's supposed to not work and I'm going to explain it. And I'm sitting there explaining why it's not working. Boom, thing lights up. I'm sitting here going, Anthony's like, I spent 2 days troubleshooting this. 2 days of my life were dedicated to troubleshooting this. You walk in, you press the button, it works. So that could happen. And you guys will be here for it. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just talking to your chat.
I love that.
Okay.
Listen, no. Trust me, I troubleshot this thing like crazy. Unless you know what? This will be a realization. Like I'll realize that I'm a computer. I'm just terrible at computers. If you do that, it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you.
I found a power outlet. So I guess this is good. Where do you want my spot to be? I like this guy. Let's go.
Everything.
Whoa! He doesn't have water in the. There's no water in the bottom.
I'm weak. You're strong. What can I tell you? I know what to tell you. There's no water in it yet. It's TBD.
Yeah, there's a drought here, right? There's always a drought here.
Yes.
I just assume there's a drought here. Okay. So I'm just gonna like put this here, and then you know what? This boy's gonna live here, and then we're gonna go keyboard and mouse. They're just gonna go in this chair.
You know what? You the honors. Keyboard and mouse, but in the PC, in the top hub, or the motherboard one.
Don't you worry. I can find where to plug in the USBs.
Yeah. Also, I must say, okay, since you have a platform, I can use it to ramble. Okay. What is it with new GPUs and no HDMI ports?
Well, they have. Okay, you can get as many as 2, but if you want more, what you need is a DisplayPort to HDMI 2.1 adapter.
An adapter.
They're like $15, $25.
Yeah, it's still kind of lame to buy like a $3,000 or $2,000 piece of hardware, and like the most normal HDMI port doesn't work on it. It's like, come on, man.
I get it, but for PC use, I would strongly recommend DisplayPort anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Has more bandwidth.
Yeah, but there's cool PCs, monitors with HDMI still, you know? Like, you want to throw them out. But yeah, I get it. $25. Got it. Wait, so you want me to get you a monitor that has display ports or HDMI is going to be okay?
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we got everything here.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, is this HDMI only?
Yeah,
that's very unusual.
I got both. Don't worry about it.
All right. Okay, there's no GPU in here right now. That makes sense. He probably moved his good GPU over there, so... Okay. Is it always like this? Guys, is it always like this?
It is.
Okay. All right. Jeez, man. This is going to be great.
Hold there.
This is going to be fun. You got an Ethernet cable by any chance? What up? Ethernet cable. I'm going to have to steal some network. Are you bringing another monitor?
Yeah, because it's display ports.
Oh, I see. Is there just like this cable in here?
Okay.
Dumpster diving at XQC's kitchen.
There's a lot of tech in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of tech boxes, that's for sure.
I forgot.
Power cables as well. You know, there's probably one in the power supply box.
Chat. What do you say about the pants? Anyway, yeah, the wire for this computer is like a massive one. It's like, it looks European.
Okay.
I think I have one. It's under my desk somewhere.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I forget.
It's a jumbo bumbo one.
Yeah.
So why so big?
The reason for that is, well, okay. What is it? So C13 is your standard computer plugin. It's like C15 or C7, C19 I think it is. C19 can handle higher current draw than C13. Okay. So when you've got a 1500 or 1600 watt power supply, yeah, it's a 1600 watt. If you actually maxed it out, that normal C13 could get hot.
Okay.
And it could cause a fire.
Yeah.
Theoretically. In practice, probably not, and this is just kind of unnecessary, but hey, it's here, and we've got it, so we're good to go.
Yeah, what I'm getting to great is this over the same concept as new 4090s. I was recommended to get a braided cable. It's not the one that comes with the GPU, right?
Like the power adapter?
The
so
3-to-1.
That's been kind of disproven at this point.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Whatever you had is probably fine.
Well, I just thought it was like cool and really like tech savvy. I got these like new braided wires and like, nah, I don't use a stock one. I got this brand new one. Don't worry about it. But I guess it's disproven, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, at the time it was a pretty savvy move because there were a lot of concerns about the stock ones like melting.
Oh yeah, that's what they were telling me. Yeah.
But it turns out that it was mostly just user error.
Yeah.
Not that you know anything about that.
User error. That's how you do this with me. Okay, I'm gonna get you a new display port because
I got one.
Really?
Yep, I found one. I'm resourceful like that.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can dumpster dive my kitchen all you want. It's
okay.
It's a streamer house type of thing, right? So you know, that's just gonna what you see is what you get.
Yeah, that's oh, did you have network cable?
Oh yeah. The one that goes to the kitchen is useless now because
cool. Yeah. I have no idea what this video is. I mean, the thing might just fire up and work perfectly. I have no idea.
I'm just not a cat.
It's just you know, spear. I accidentally like knocked over a skateboard already, so it took me no time at all to like damage his house.
Don't worry, it's a streamer house. Streamer house once again.
Streamer house, all right. Okay. Heck yeah, let's see if it fires up for me here, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it helps to plug this into the wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah, unplug this.
yeah, might need to lose
a little bit less festivity, but more power.
I mean, it's not really holiday season anymore, so I guess that's probably okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we had a little flicker there. Yeah. All right.
Maybe you want to take a look at the air code 15 orange.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Okay. It's always orange. So that's that. Oh, you mean the little light under it? Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
it'll go white and red in different numbers, like a code.
Oh, hold on. I need power for this boy too. Just a second. I plugged it in on the one side.
Maybe you want to redo it then?
No.
Okay.
That's okay. No. It's all good. It's all good. I just want to see if anything comes up on screen. Standby mode. Where's my sauces? Hello? Okay, yeah, we're on the wrong source, so let's just confirm that. Okay. And then, yes, we'll probably have to restart it. DisplayPort can be a little bit finicky on first boot. If you want, you can kind of hang with those guys for a bit. I mean,
No. I mean, since you're rolling, do your thing. Don't worry.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll come in when I have to.
All right, cool. I do want to open this up just so we can...
See, now it's 0-0. Yeah? It's changing numbers.
So 0-0 could be a bad mount on the CPU. By the way, this is the screwdriver you refused to let me send you.
Ooh. Oh, it is. Okay, it's something. It's not cheap at all. It's actually a good product.
Well, yeah, we did it totally custom. So we collaborated with a local screwdriver company that's been doing it for many, many years. You just pop it out. So there's all your bits. Yeah.
Look at that. And it reminds me of the Valorant spike. You ever seen Valorant spike before? When they put the bomb or whatever?
No, I don't game much. And this is our adorable Linus-sized one.
Chad, does that look like the spike? Okay, whatever. That's whatever.
I'm leaving that one with you.
Oh, thank you. What is this for me? Is it a gift for me?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
And then this is our new Linus-sized one that's coming. This one's 3D printed.
Oh, that's more my size.
But if you're into like a little space or something like that.
Of course. Yeah,
PC building.
Instead of going like this and doing sideways, I've done a lot of that.
Anyway, I'm going to need this for now because I only brought one with me, but I'm going to leave this with you. All right.
Oh, there's no GPU in this one now. Is that okay?
That's okay. So we're just going to use the onboard GPU, which all AM5 motherboards have. So that's pretty handy for us. But that code 00 could just mean a bad mount on the CPU. That's pretty typical. But I'm going to try that again just to kind of see if we get a different code the second time. Sometimes though, kind of like you guessed, here, I'm going to move this here so you can kind of be on the same plane as me.
Yep.
Sometimes what can happen though, if you scooch just a little closer.
Yep.
Sometimes what can happen though is if you've got a part that's kind of flaky, you can start to get different error messages depending on how it errored out. So this could still absolutely be a bad motherboard.
Okay, yeah.
This could still be bad RAM, but this could be as simple as I just need to pop that CPU out, put it back in, and we're ready to rock.
Okay, it makes sense, yeah. You're saying it's like if errors are stacking, you're only going to see one and not the rest of them or something? Or?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay,
or if the way that it's, if what's wrong with it is like kind of a loose connection, then that would explain kind of the flakiness that you're describing, where eventually it boots. Because here's a really fun one. We've actually seen this before. We had an AMD server, and this is wild, because you'd go to boot it up the first time, wouldn't work every time.
Yeah.
And then you'd just like leave it there, like trying to boot for 15, 20 minutes, and it would turn on. You know why?
By itself?
Because the thermal expansion, as it heated up, made the pins make contact.
That makes sense.
Ah!
Wait, don't you think of the Xbox Ring of Death? Remember that? With the rings, right? Well, you would put towels on the Xbox and boot it up, and you would wait till the thermal paste melted a little bit, right? And reapplied so it would actually boot properly.
So it's a kind of similar principle where either through melting or more likely expansion.
Yeah, okay.
So it would bridge the contacts and then it would work again, yeah.
That makes sense. Ooh.
So there we go. We were
sitting
at 15 for a while. Now we're into the BIOS and we're still getting that USB device over current status We're still getting this USB device over current status detected. Now, when he told me about this, I went, well, the troubleshooting step for this is quite straightforward. What you need to do is you need to start unplugging.
Yeah, it says shut down in 15 seconds. It's like a countdown. Like a deet, deet. Yeah. Wait, what? It always did that.
So, oh, wait, what the hell? That was
very
loose.
Well, it was loose because it's unplugged. I unplugged all of them one by one. You know, I troubleshot it.
Okay.
So I unplugged main case USB, then I did one USB at a time, then a hub USB at the top, and I unplugged even the control at the back. I unplugged everything and just overcurrent. So I was thinking, if the only motherboard is in and it's saying that, it's might be busted.
Okay.
It's gotta be.
Well, let me unplug every USB device, and I'm gonna see if we still get that error, because typically, now it can be a busted controller, and then he's right, or at least partially right, because it could be more than one thing. Those are the nightmare troubleshooting scenarios, when you've got two problems that can kind of mask each other or stack on top of each other.
Makes sense.
But if this just fires up and there's no USB overcurrent error, then it could be that there's like a wire cross. Wait, what the hell?
What is it? No.
What is this?
Stop doing these. Stop these pauses.
Okay.
You're making me nervous every time. Like this.
You see this USB header?
Yes, I see it.
Just has like a daisy chain running off of it.
It does.
What the hell is this from? This should have a cover on it. If this was just sitting grounded on something, it could be shorting. And that could be your overcurrent, but...
Nah, I would never do that.
But this is just sitting here.
Well, I would never do that, but maybe have it on its own, somehow. That could be it.
Okay, it's still there. It's still there. Overcurrent status detected. Okay. You know what?
Yeah, you're right. I remember taking the cap off, okay, and I was like, where do you plug this in? And I couldn't find it out, so I didn't plug it in at all.
That's really weird. I'm not gonna lie, this is really weird.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Andy, do you want to get close up with this thing? This is wild.
Yep.
Front USB 2 header that just has like a frickin' daisy chain running off of it. What the actual crap?
Okay, good. Is it the wire itself, or is it how I installed it? Like, is it just like an unusual like looks to it?
No, that's not your bad. That just shouldn't be like that.
Oh.
That's weird. Mind you, if that was ever plugged into something else,
yeah,
then it could very well be that might have fried the USB controller.
Makes sense.
So this might be user error, which I guess would be nice for ASUS, otherwise they're going to look pretty stupid. Come on, side panel.
You know what? Every time that I build a PC, I try to go like, since I'm a streamer and I don't want to deal with problems, I go a bit overkill, right? Just make sure I don't have a less of something, right? So I have more, and it's there for me, right? But every time I get overkill, there's a compatibility problem. There's something with some of the hardware.
You know what they say about the bleeding edge?
No, I know what that means.
Well, it cuts you.
Oh, okay.
It's the bleeding edge.
Is that the bleeding edge?
So it's an expression. It means like the very top of the line.
Oh.
The very fastest, the very best.
I felt that.
So you go with the bleeding edge. Well, you're gonna lose
Well,
some blood.
I get cut every time.
You get cut. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, that's what happens when I get like an $800 like motherboard or something like that. I don't know or RAM.
Our editing workstations, we have a policy. We will only buy one generation old platform.
What do you mean original?
Like we won't buy the latest platform.
Oh, always one back?
Always one back.
Oh, yeah.
Because
true.
that way they've had a year, 18 months, sort everything out, you know?
Yeah.
But I get how it is because you've probably got sponsors beating down your door trying to be like, we want you to run our GPU or our CPU and we're trying to sell the new one and you got it.
True, but I mean, with how hard it was for you to get here, I mean, you know that I don't answer emails or DMs, right? So I mean, none of them really get to see it.
Yeah, we should include the part of the video where I was like, you know, he didn't remember we were coming today or something, but I even said, the second email I sent to my team was, he is notoriously terrible at communication, so whatever you tell, like any sponsor for this video or anything like that, there's a solid chance it ain't happening. That's but I had your address, so I figured worst case scenario, I'm gonna fucking show up.
You know what? I was nervous today because I was like, if I ghost him, he doesn't show up, he's good, but he's got my address. I was thinking about that too. It's okay. It's good though. It's good.
All right. We're going to start with a motherboard swap. So I'm just going to do a nice, careful motherboard swap. You've got some time. Go chill with your chat. Do your thing. This is probably going to take me like maybe 20 minutes or something.
No,
like
you're
that.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even going to talk. When I talk to your camera or whatever, I might just like put something that they can watch me. Yeah, it's a whole different topic. It's going to be like a React segment.
Honestly, you're honestly good. You do whatever you got to do because this is going to be a little while. Man, you know what? That USB daisy chain was Corsair's RGB hub. What are you doing, Corsair? What is this?
I can just get this. I'll zoom in. Oh, they can hear my thing.
Now that's interesting. Because it only uses these 4 pins out of the header, I guess this allows you to plug something in that will use the other port on this particular hub, but like, that's a super weird way to do that. I haven't seen this before.
Can I get a close up too?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, you can see the motherboard is actually only
I can go in 4K.
to these 4, right? Yeah. And then these 4 are coming over here, so only these pins are actually active. These ones are dead. These just shouldn't even be there. Wow. Okay.
Back to what?
That's fine, we can deal with that. Okay. Man, I'm back to like my floor days. This is how I used to work on computers back before I owned a table. Okay, we got a lot of stickers in here. You did a good job with the stickers.
The stickers, you like them?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, I love stickers. Every time I open boxes, I get the stickers and all the, like the Intel, the AMD, and I put them in. I think it looks cool. They're like Transformers.
Good stickers, good sticker game. You did eventually end up getting this radiator. Oh, there it goes. You did get this radiator installed eventually, so that's good.
Yeah, that fit normally. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the actual mount itself for the. Oh, we figured it out with a DIY one or something.
Yeah, you're good. All right. Okay. And even the cable management, actually not that bad, you know?
Really?
Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad. I've seen much worse. Much worse.
You see, I was going to let it install in a way that cables were bad, and I took the time off to like 30 minutes to redo the whole thing. But I didn't do like the whole tie wraps and whatnot and like tie them up together properly. I didn't end up doing that because I don't know.
You know what?
It's a lot of time.
There's actually one more thing that I want to try really quick. I'm just going to plug this back in real quick styles here. I want to do what's called a clear CMOS. So what you do is you pull your battery, or some boards will actually have a button for it. This is a really high-end board, I bet it does.
Oh yeah, the battery's under the GPU slot.
Yeah, well sometimes there's a button. So if there's a button you can just hold down, then that's convenient. But
maybe this right here, this one, bing, there or not?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm done. No more touching. Okay. Yeah, now this is your Marvel. Okay, now this is all you.
No,
okay.
you're good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop the battery and then I'm gonna press the power button in order to drain the caps, but I gotta have the power supply off first for that. So I pulled the battery out of the board, but I really rather if there's just a button on here. Not super familiar with this board, so I don't know if it has one. It has BIOS flashback, which is nice. That's on the back. But hello. Alternate mode, whatever. Where's my header at? Not a lot of light in here. Is this typical? Is this kind of your mood?
Oh, the lighting?
Yeah.
I think this house was built in the 1700s.
In the 1700s. Okay.
Well, it's at least 200 years old, or like 200 or 150, maybe 100. I don't know. But it's very old. So it came with the lights and never changed them. I mean, look at that. This is like, look, you can see there's like dust.
Yeah.
It's like fossils in there.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
well, no, it's not good. Why do you think it's good? Lighting is terrible.
I mean, it's good for me. I don't live here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just bad for the video, you know?
No,
It's kind of hard for...
We don't have anything that old in Vancouver. Our city's burned to the ground twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how's it burned?
A lot of new buildings with fire.
Oh.
Yeah, as well as a logging town. I mean, not recently. Not
Like
recently,
arson?
But Vancouver burned to the ground twice,
Oh.
actually, in probably like 1700s, 1800s.
On its own? Forest fires? Arson?
I don't
Criminals?
remember. Probably forest fires. Of
Oh,
some
okay,
sort, though. And remember, like a lot of sawmills and stuff, right? Like
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
lumber
yeah.
industries. Okay, so this is. I think this is going to do exactly the same thing that it did before. So you might actually be right. I had that one more idea for something that we could try, but nope. I think I'm going to end up owing you $100. But then again, I could also be right too. So we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, we might have made a compromise, maybe. Maybe we were both right. But how about you, it's not too hard. How about you walk us through all the things that that you can maybe doing wrong that can short or burn your motherboard? Because I have no idea what did I do?
So, this overcurrent error, it's definitely overcurrenting. So this overcurrent error is generally caused by some kind of short that causes the controller to malfunction. So it can be that you just have USB devices, like if you've got like 15 devices hooked up to one port, you're going to see that error for sure. Like if you've got too much USB on one thing, it'll kind of go, yeah, because it's not really a fuse, but it behaves like a fuse. It'll say like, hey, you're drawing too much here, bruh.
Makes sense.
But what's more likely here is actually that there was some kind of short, and it could have easily been caused by that thing that was hanging off there. If the positive voltage and ground, or really anything else, I guess, touched something metal at the same time with that thing that was hanging off there, it's possible that it would short out, which would cause current to just race through it, which could cause that fuse or that control to break. And then it might detect an overcurrent event every time. And once that happens, you're kind of hooped. I can look at it a bit closer once I've got it out, and we can see if we can find somewhere on the board with like scorch marks. Yeah, like a burn mark. But modern boards, they make them out of black PCBs now. It's in here. It's good. I'll try, but
yeah. I mean, would it be at the back side, or is it only at the front side?
It depends. It'll be wherever those wires were, and these PCBs are 6, sometimes even 8 layers thick. And they got all these wires crisscrossing all through them like a sandwich. So they could even be inside it, and then we can't even see it. All right, I'm gonna pull this board. Yep. I think you might be right.
Something also I've noticed with these boards, I don't know what's been going on with like people who make the boards themselves. Motherboards have become like just kind of like finicky to work with, but all the stuff they put over the PCI the express ports, the M2 drives, right?
Yeah.
Like they just keep changing everything, making things weird, making it with like stickers and sticky and then screws, not screws, like weird grays. What's up with that? It's always every time I get a new motherboard, it's always different.
Okay, so that is, it's half innovation and half marketing bullshit.
Okay.
Right? So those heat sinks all over your M.2 drives, under normal conditions, you don't need that.
Yeah.
You don't need that at all, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, sure.
And it does make it run cooler, potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then, but then, when you pull them out, it's sticky. It leaves residue on the thing. It's one extra screw. Like it's just problems. It's always a problem. I usually you need like a heat sink if you're running some crazy like I don't know like overclocked system, right?
Even if you do, you don't need anything like that on your SSD, right? Like, drive cooling has existed for as long as computer enthusiasts have existed. We actually did a video recently where we got our hands on this water cooling block for a hard drive.
Oh no!
Like a mechanical hard drive.
The one that spin?
Yeah, like a big
reader.
It's a big sheet of copper
that
just you bolt onto your hard drive so you can cool it down.
But why? Isn't there a maximum RPM, and then that would be like the maximum amount of heat it would make?
Oh yeah, this is a precision manufactured device
Okay.
made to run at that temperature.
I mean, they were enthusiastic about it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't question it at a certain level, man. I mean, I do. That's my job, but also, you know, you can't. You won't sleep, you know.
Yeah, you try to figure out who thought about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some socks because I think I'm getting you know, I'm gonna have my feet up there. So
yeah, you do. Do what you gotta do. Oh, well, this is a little stripped. What's up, chat? Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Got it. Yeah, for sure. Worst case scenario, if you miss anything, we can just grab his stream VOD. I feel like I'd be justified in just taking whatever I need from it at this point. Fly all the way down here. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, man. Yeah, that's like a streamer thing, hey? Needing to wear socks to make sure people don't get like pictures of your feet.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's just that
you heard it here first.
I mean, it's your video. It's your video. I don't want to be like, you know, all of my feet in there, my, you know, my toes and whatnot.
I mean, you've already got your pile of tissues. So
yeah. Whatever, dude. I mean, this is as clean as it gets. Okay, this is like a day clean. That's my one day setup. It's not bad.
Yeah, you did a good job with the thermal. Oh, this is stock thermal compound. Never mind. It was pre-applied. I was gonna tell him good job, but
yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't think I've had to use pre-applied in forever. I don't think I've ever used it before. My own.
Yeah, we're gonna have some with us today just in case we need it. I'm just gonna kind of hook this boy here, and hopefully it won't get in our way. And then yeah, we're just gonna kind of give this the old. Oh, you missed one of your peels. I thought you liked stickers. You've got the peel here. Protection. Okay, now one of the things that can cause this USB overcurrent nonsense, speaking of shorting, is if your I/O shield has one of those little prongs for grounding, just sticking in and touching the pins. But this board has a built-in I/O shield, and I did have a look at it, and there doesn't appear to be any kind of defect that would cause something like that. So all of the theories that I've had so far about what might be going on here have not panned out, which means we could be here a while. Unless this is just a simple board swap and then we're good to go. I hope so. I'm also just going to make sure we do an extra good job of mounting this CPU because that 0, 0 error kind of freaked me out a little. Don't like seeing that.
Okay, let's grab a close-up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll get you that, Andy.
Oh, chat. We will have the VODs. VOD is always stored somewhere. Even though it's live, it is what it is. We'll have the VOD somewhere. Yeah, because today I had to delete VOD. It is what it happens sometimes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, now, couldn't help noticing you've got most of your M.2 slot. Oh, right, I had said we were going to have a look and see if we can find anything broken.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
So if my theory was that it could be one of these guys right here, then what we would expect is to find it probably somewhere kind of around these boys. But I'm going to be truthful with you, I don't see anything.
Technically speaking, could there be a possible short that isn't like visual? It just kind of happens at like a miniature scale? It's like some tiny bit thing.
Yes. And it could even happen, like I said, in some of the layers in between.
Yeah.
So it may not be visible on the outside at all, even if there was one. It's possible. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. You didn't really screw anything up. Good job.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, when we figure out the problem, we'll have a better idea, right? Unless just the motherboard's just dead.
Yeah, it could just be. I mean, shit happens, right? Like even a good motherboard can
They die. Yeah, they die. It happens sometimes.
It seems to happen to you a lot, though. You know?
Yeah, motherboards though. Motherboard. I always buy the expensive ones. I don't know what's up with that.
All right, let me just grab my replacement board. Where did I put my pile?
Okay, got
There's
it.
my pile. Oh, there's my pile. My pile's over here. All right. Just for safety, I brought the exact same one.
Oh, the one I have.
Yeah.
Same one. Okay.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure that.
How much was it? Give us a price range.
That we're not introduced for this guy.
Yeah. How much was that?
$500.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's an expensive motherboard then, right?
Yeah.
How much do you normally pay for a motherboard on average?
Well, it depends. So for something like for something mission critical, we'll pay 500. We'll pay 700. Like I don't, you know, at a certain point, you just need it to work. Sorry, Andy, I gotta pull up my keys for a second. So
Sure.
you might
Okay,
wanna just
got
check.
it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I managed to get through the airport with this.
Oh,
The trick is, so they don't like my knife on my keychain here.
Oh,
But if I just
okay.
kind of arrange it so the keys are kind of like over top of it,
They don't see it.
they don't see it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if they see this,
Yeah.
then
I didn't know you had to like not leak keys. Is it because of like the layout of the key itself?
it's because you can take a picture of a key and you can 3D print it and you can open whatever locks that key.
That sounds insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like you know how crazy internet people be. No offense.
Offense.
Yeah, I mean we're talking about feet pictures not that long ago, right? Like that's the kind of wild shit we got going on here.
Yeah.
So you don't want your keys on camera if you can avoid it. Now, I mean, obviously there's a bit of security through obscurity. Like if people don't know, you know, where you live, then they're not going to be able to use your 3D printed house key to open your house.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't roll that die, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't had a key in forever. I use everything electronic. Car keys, house keys, just everything keys, all electronic.
There you go. I mean, that has its own potential problems.
I'm sure. Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
Okay, so so did you pull your boot drive out of here?
My boot drive.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes, the
all
drive is
your-
out.
Okay, all your M.2 slots are empty.
They're
so that's-
currently out. Yes.
That's expected. Okay, where is it now?
It should be. I think I put them here earlier.
All right, what do you got? Oh, you got a whole collection. Okay, so just this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I transferred over. And but I also have a Windows USB.
Sure.
So if we need to, we could probably just wipe it on the fly. Sure. See, look at you. But are you having fun with this?
Oh yeah.
See, the stickers, the sticky part of it, look, it's all sticky, and it leaves residue. It's like one of those sticky things that leaves residue.
Yeah, there's a little bit of oil.
I do not like this at all.
Okay, this you do need, because if this wasn't there, putting this heat shield over top of it would actually make it run hotter.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
You need the thermal pad in order to kind of get into the little crevices and stuff to draw the heat away from it so
Okay.
that it can get soaked into this piece of metal here.
So what we're saying is that they made a problem, but at least they fixed the problem with this.
Correct.
Oh, okay, cool.
Basically, yes, in a nutshell, yes. Actually.
All right.
Oh, man. You know, you're much smarter than the character you play on TV.
Well, I mean, it's certain things that I know of, you know. I you know, just not the whole thing.
All right. So,
See, I told you guys.
one of the first things we're going to do is, even though we are going full XQC style and building on the carpet here, is we're going to avoid touching our motherboard
Yep.
in any way that... Or we're going to avoid putting the actual motherboard on the carpet. And I'm also just going to make sure that I'm touching the chassis, which is connected to the power supply, which is connected to the wall periodically. So we're dissipating any ESD that'll build up here. And let's go ahead and pick a slot here for our M.2 drive.
Yeah. So what happens if you don't do that with your motherboard? What happens if you touch the ground and whatnot? How about you give us a rundown? What happens?
We actually did a video. Do you know Electro Boom?
Electro Boom.
Yeah, he's a pretty big YouTuber in the electronics engineering space.
No.
Basically, his shtick is that he subjects himself to incredible pain. You know, if your stream's never heard of him, it's probably worth checking out his electric guitar video. From
That's the guy.
That's Electro Boom.
Okay, yeah.
So-
I know. Eyebrow guy.
Yes.
Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah.
He's great. He's actually local.
Oh.
He lives like down the freaking road from me.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we did a video with him a while back that where he brought like a static testing gun. So you can set it to whatever voltage you want, whatever current you want, and you can touch anything you want.
Oh.
And it's pretty funny, right? Because obviously, as you can imagine, we ended up zapping each other at some point or another.
Oh,
right?
okay. That's not where I thought it was going, but yeah.
But we took computer memory and we went, we tested, we zapped it constantly, very high voltages.
To limit test it.
Yeah, and what we found was that in general, no, it's actually not really likely for it to die, but that doesn't mean that it won't.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because I was watching some guy. He's called the L guy. He's like, I think his name is Erob, and he was building a computer, and when he rebooted it, went, and it just that was it. It was just kind of dead.
That could be something else. If I had to guess, I'd say the vast majority of the time that happens, it's probably because there's an extra motherboard standoff installed, and it's bridging a couple of contacts on the back of the board here, and so you just get immediately short, fries a chip, and that's all she wrote. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the end of that motherboard.
Yeah, because way back when I built a computer, we had this like whole process like touch this, touch that, metal, don't do this, metal. Oh yeah, motherboard, bring it on a plastic plate or something, you know, and like it's a whole process.
And that is the correct way to do it still, but we're gonna do it your style.
Yeah, just to make sure.
This is how we roll. I can understand why you sit on the floor.
I love it on the floor.
Yeah, your floor game is
yeah, the mobile stances, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm old and my knees don't bend.
Yeah. Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah. I know when you stand up after sitting down for too long, it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
So what age did that start kicking?
It was pretty early for me because I had what they think was juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. It seems to have kind of faded away, which means it'll probably come back at some point. But my knees started to go on me really, really young. I was getting a lot of swelling and stuff in them. They're actually really good lately. I've been exercising more, kind of keeping them strong, which is really important. But
good stride. I hope it doesn't come back anytime soon.
Yeah, I hope not too, because it sucks. It hurts a lot. Okay, now one of the things we want to do is we make sure the CPU is super clean, which it is. Yeah. All right. Good job.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to come get a close up of his clean CPU? Look at that perfection.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And I didn't see.
Back to where you go.
And I didn't see anything obvious in the socket on the old board that would lead me to believe that it wasn't contacting properly. Let me just have a quick look here, though. Okay.
Yeah, remember that mount wasn't the one that's like meant for it. Not, I mean for the cooler one, not the actual CPU. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Worst case scenario, I did bring a different cooler. I'm actually not a huge fan of all-in-one liquid coolers. I prefer air cooling.
Oh yeah, the one that are kind of cheap. The one with like there's ones that are very, very popular. It's very cheap. It's like $70.
Very cheap is subjective. But we actually brought one of these. But this guy right here. So this is from Noctua. I don't know how much it costs.
Oh yeah. That's one.
115.
The one. Yeah, I think that's the one.
If I run into any trouble with the liquid cooler, I'm just going to go straight to this because I know for sure we have the right mounts. And in terms of reliability, air cooling, man.
Yeah.
Air cooling.
So is it the one that has like a brown part under, or like is something brown near the bottom part?
It's brown.
Yeah,
I know. I tried to get the black one, but they didn't have the black one in stock. And I'm just sitting here going, I'm like, if I show up, okay, and I fix one of the biggest streamer in the world's computer, and then like freaking next week it overheats or something, because they had the black one, but it's like the little one, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
You will.
So
unless there's like a chicken PC incident which happened in the past a couple times. You know, it's just streamer stuff, but sometimes I've been like in the past I've had chicken PC, so I had Chipotle and dropped the chicken on the PC, and I was doing something at the time I was busy, and I forgot the chicken was there, and over time it cooked, right? And it kind of burned in, and that was the chicken PC. And then another one was open air. That was the squid PC, because it was the Kraken, because I would drag it on the ground, right? I would drag it on the ground, and it had all these parts coming out, you know, like a squid. And that one had coke inside of it, and it didn't die. None of them ever died.
You promise me you won't spill chicken, squid, or coke in my computer?
No chicken.
No chicken.
For sure.
No
That's
chicken
for sure.
So you're off chicken.
Yeah.
But that's
So
it.
the case is closed though. It's a good case, right? It's gonna it's in case of it pretty well, right?
Okay.
So nothing will happen. It better run though. It better run.
It'll run. It'll
Okay.
run.
Okay. Fair
It'll
enough.
at least walk.
Need a close up of the old board.
Yeah, for sure. You want the pins?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All set.
There you go. Yeah, nothing obvious.
Three, two, one. Good.
Yeah, that's weird. Alright.
Calculator.
Now, I really hope we don't like ruin this board or anything because that would be super awkward. I do not have a way to get another one tonight.
Yeah. Now you brought up the thing about the carpet.
Yes.
I've done a little bit of limit testing myself. So one time I was building a new PC at my old apartment, and I was streaming it. And what happened is that I pulled the board from the cooling device, and I dragged it on 2 carpets across 2 rooms. The actual motherboard was on carpet the entire way through, and I was dragging it, and it didn't short, no problem. It just ended up, that PC was like a tank.
Okay.
But
You got lucky because
okay, I got it.
the more you subject it to ESD, the worse the chances for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where just one zap might not be enough, but
Okay.
cumulatively.
Yeah. And I'm greasy. Chat, look at this.
All right, let's do our board swap here.
Got one of my hands.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, do your thing. I won't say anything inappropriate on your stream.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.